Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this information session on how to prepare for Cluster 6 brokerage events. My name is Simon NARDIN, and I'm a member of the CARE4BIO network, which provides national contact points on applicants, useful information and insights to help you apply for fundings under Horizon Europe, Cluster 6, and also partnerships. We try to provide a better understanding of the Horizon Europe ecosystem. So I'm sure you've already noticed that the CARE4BIO network will organize a Cluster 6 brokerage event in Warsaw on May 27th. And well, standing out in a brokerage event takes more than just a good idea. It also takes preparation, strategy, and a clear value proposition. So to make sure you find the best partners and give your presentation an added impact, this information session will give you the keys to making the best flash presentation. You will also benefit from advice from national contact points and real-life testimonials from project leaders and participants. Whether you're an experienced applicant or new to EU funding, this webinar will equip you, we hope, with actionable steps to make the most of your brokerage experience. We have the chance to have 5 speakers today. So we will have Giorgiana BARBU and Anamaria FERNANDEZ, who are both NCPs, and will give you tips and tricks for identifying and approaching potential partners. We also have Anamaria RADOI from the National University of Science and Technology of Bucharest, Gabriel MUSTATEA from the National Research and Development Institute for Food Bioresources, and Catia MARQUES from S²AQUA Collab. Regarding the global organization of this webinar, please note that comments and questions can be submitted on the YouTube chat that you will see on your right. And there will also be dedicated time at the end of each presentation if you have some questions. If you had some question on the chat. Please also note that all the materials and presentations you will see today will be available on the CARE4BIO website. So, well, I think that's it on my side. And I will now give the floor to Giorgiana, my colleague, to make the first presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Giorgiana.
Good evening to everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. I'm here with my colleague Maria, and we are happy to have you with us for this information session. We will start with a short presentation to introduce the topic. Can you see my presentation? Okay, it's perfect. So, what are brokerage events? These events are matchmaking opportunities that connect the supply and demand for research and or technology expertise, as expressed by university research institutions, companies, and other organizations. These events are generally organized back-to-back with info days and the launch of calls for proposals in order to match potential partners based on their interest in specific work program topics and related expertise. Why participate? Because you can find partners for Cluster 6 calls and Horizon Europe calls in general. You can promote your expertise, join or build consortia for specific work program topics, connect with key actors across all Cluster 6 areas. And who can join a brokerage event? Universities, research institutes, companies or SMEs, public authorities and policymakers, NGOs and civil society organizations and others. And now ways to take part in Cluster 6 brokerage events. You have the option number 1, one-to-one meeting participation or bilateral meetings. You can explore collaboration opportunities with potential partners, present your expertise, services or potential role in a Horizon Europe consortium, And also you can attend pre-scheduled meetings, each lasting 20 minutes. But our advice is to use both one-to-one meetings and the flash presentation to maximize your visibility and impact. And now about flash presentation participation, you can present your project idea or expertise in up to 5 minutes. To promote your organization's strengths in future consortia, catch the attention of potential partners for follow-up discussion, increase your visibility across the European research and innovation community, and you can find more information about this topic later on this presentation. You will also have the opportunity to take part in both info days taking place between May 20 and 21. And our brokerage event on May 27. And now how to prepare for a cluster 6 brokerage event. Before registration, you have to review the cluster 6 work program or strategic plan to clarify your participation goals. Are you looking for partners? Do you want to join our legal consortium, or do you want to pitch a specific idea? Also, you should check the deadline and participation requirements, and to prepare a short description of your organization and expertise. After that, you have to complete your participant profile to create a high quality cooperation opportunity. How? Describe what you offer or look for, role in a consortium, types of partners you are seeking, cooperation type, and other information. You have to respect important deadlines and await confirmation for our colleague, CARE4BIO organizers. But please consult the How It Works section on the official event website for detailed instruction regarding the registration process, the complete registration process. Before the event, you have to review and refine your participant profile. To optimize your profile for visibility and matchmaking by refining your marketplace entry, updating your keywords, and also reviewing your contact information on description section, to highlight your scientific expertise, to mention your experience in new funding projects, and to be specific about thematic areas. Of course, you have to add the logo, institution website, and your picture, and align your profile with your participation goals. And don't forget, use a simple language. And then you can browse participant and book one-to-one meetings. About partner identification, how to select relevant partners. Please remember that a strong cluster 6 consortium includes researchers, SMEs or companies, NGOs, and policymakers. Don't forget about multi-actor approach. And for that, you can look to the list of participants to find people or organizations that match your interests. Check profiles, check the website of the organization or company, and mix partner types to ensure interdisciplinary work and meet the multi-actor approach. And of course, ask your national contact points to help identifying relevant calls or previous projects in your area. How to prepare pitch. Start by exploring the key principles of Horizon Europe. Think about specific expertise. Use the pitch template published on the event page. So please check the link. and the event page. And of course, practice your presentation as much as possible to fit the timing. Don't forget about the timing. And test your presentation with external audiences and gather their feedback to improve clarity. During the event, join relevant session, network actively to make the most of your opportunities and be open to opportunities. And after the event, you should send follow-up emails, book meetings with your new partners, share additional materials, and stay in touch with your NCPs or in general NCPs. And if you need more information on this topic, please don't hesitate to contact us. Maria, please, the floor is yours.
Now, just to highlight a few things from this presentation that we want to keep some key message that you don't forget to include keywords from the work program, because this is really the way you match and you show how you match to the topics that are in the work program. You have to book meetings in advance because, for instance, potential coordinators are always in high demand for meetings. So those that, or if you propose yourself as a coordinator, you are expected to have to receive lots of requests for meetings. Don't forget that NCPs are here to help you, so they can review your idea, understand the call requirements, help to find additional partners, support all over your application. Time is crucial. Don't be careful in order not to disclose confidential information. It's better to secure before sharing. You should specify also real clarity what is missing in your consortium, which kind of profiles are missing. And another advice we can give you is to rehearse before going to the pitches, and also to watch other pitches from previous webinars. They are available in the website. So this is something that you can try to prepare, because preparation is crucial in order to take the most of your participation in the brokerage event. This is our advice. And I don't know if you have questions at this point.
Well, no, there aren't any questions, just messages from Suzanne and Mark, who are, well, part of the European Premier project and are also organizing brokerage events. So welcome to this network and to this webinar. So I don't think there are any other questions. So thank you very much to both of you for this very clear introduction and for, well, giving the keys and the best advice, tips and tricks for applicants. So this is very useful, I think, for all the future participants to our brokerage events. And Dragos also said congratulations. So thank you very much. So I know, I will now give the floor to Anamaria RADOI from the University of Science and Technology of Bucharest. And Anamaria will give us her feedback on preparing Cluster 6 brokerage event. So Anamaria, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. So I'm associate professor at National University Politechnica of Bucharest. And I had the opportunity to participate in the Cluster 6 brokerage event 2 years ago. And I have to thank our NCP from Romania that give me that opportunity. And for this, I would like to encourage you to talk to your NCPs from the very beginning. Also, the first thing that I did was to identify the most suitable open and forthcoming calls in the Horizon Europe. That means that I have read the work program and try to identify those calls that were exactly in my field of research. And for this, I found some topics and also some subtopics. And I tried to find those topics in which I could have bring more impact to possible proposals. So in my case, the expertise was artificial intelligence, remote sensing, multimodal data analysis, time series analysis, and I try to identify, as I said, those topics that were closer to my field of research. Afterwards, we have to come with a project idea. Of course, that the project idea will not be exactly, so it will cover more topics. And so the idea is to cover more topics, so as many as you can for the topics that you have mentioned, that you have selected before. In my case, it was to provide solutions based on artificial intelligence to understand multimodal data. So the idea that I had was to integrate some remote sensing data with in situ data in order to get some complementary information, and then to get some heterogeneity in added heterogeneity in the data processing pipeline. Afterwards, after you present your current research, you have to think if there are some applications or algorithms, for example, in my case, in which that I could have matched the proposal that I wanted to come in front of the brokerage event. So the idea is to mention some of the publications, for example, or some of the results, of the recent results that match very well the ideas that that may sustain the proposed project. And what is the best thing also is to mention those publications that have high impact, or maybe that have been published in important journals. Of course, that afterwards you have to create your profile. That means name some domains of research, also some publications in the domains related to the cluster 6 topics, the projects that have been coordinated until now, also the ones in which you maybe have been member of, with an emphasis, of course, in the projects that are more recent. Even if the projects that are recent and that you coordinate are not exactly on the cluster 6 brokerage event, in the cluster 6 area, research area, it is important to mention them, and because in the discussions that you will have afterwards, it is best to outline, to highlight the topics that you are currently work on, and that may have an impact on the topics that are currently under discussion. Of course, that it is also very important to share your contact details, as you have heard before. You have to mention the email, of course, but the website. The website is quite important, because even if you do not add all the information on your sites, on your slides, the time is limited, and maybe the persons that you are going to talk with afterwards, they will have a look on the website and find more information there. Also, during the brokerage event, I tried to be as active as I could. That means that I wanted to discuss with many people, and I tried to be as open as possible. That means that ideas may come during the event also. It was really interesting to see that the solutions that I talked with, even if they didn't find immediate application, it was a very nice exchange of ideas, and a very nice focus maybe even on research that was just at the beginning. For example, what I have here, it's something that we currently work. We are trying to monitor some maritime events in the Black Sea, and this, of course, has environmental impact for different infrastructures that have activities in the Black Sea. So with this, I also would like to mention that it's quite important to think of possible future collaborations. So presenting your research, talking about the topics you are currently work on at this moment, maybe will open the doors for other collaborations, not only at that moment. So it's very important to see also what happens afterwards, so not only at that moment. So this is the most important. So my key message is that you have to be prepared in terms of presenting your ideas, talking with people that you meet there, exchange contacts, and afterwards try to maintain those contacts afterwards. This is something that I have done also.
Thank you very much, Anamaria, for this very concrete presentation. Well, we don't have any questions for you. Maybe I have one, actually, just for me to know. Did it work? So, I mean, did you find partners through this event? Or
not,
maybe not?
Yes, not at this moment. This is why I told that I said that it is important to be open to afterwards collaboration. So even if you do not get at that moment, of course, it opens the floor for other collaborations, for future collaborations. So, for example, I had the opportunity to maintain contacts with some companies that helped me also see where I can apply the research I'm doing. Oh, so and perform the transfer between the research, so the academic domain, to the company, so what they were working on.
So yeah, building the future of your collaborations. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Anamaria. Thanks again. And well, we'll have another testimony, and then I'm giving the floor to Gabriel MUSTATEA from the National Research and Development Institute for Food and Bioresources. So, Gabriel, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Simon, for the invitation. Before starting, I will also like to highlight the good relation that our institute had it with our NCP. We have a strong collaboration. I structured my presentation by giving you some tips and tricks for preparing a presentation, and then I prepare some slides based on an example, a practical example in my field. So I'm working on IBA Bucharest, a national R&D institute located in Bucharest, Romania. We are dealing with the food sector, research in the food sector, and I'm a technical director, and I'm also leading the food packaging laboratory. So some tips and tricks to have a good presentation for this type of events. It is important to keep it short and sharp. As it was mentioned before, it is extremely important to keep the time. So I will also suggest to have a presentation of maximum 5 minutes, or if there are some guidelines to follow that. It is important to be visually appealing, to use the slides with minimal text, to use photos to be strong from as a visual identity, and also have a clean layout. it is important to tell a compelling story. That's why it is very important to structure your story based on a problem solution narrative. Also, I would like to highlight, as my other colleagues, to be focused on collaboration, because it is very important to highlight what you bring and what you are looking for at this type of events, and also call to action to make it clear what you want from the potential partners you are looking for. um, Once again, use, I don't know, 5 or 7 slides maximum to keep it minimal. But I recommend to use one idea per slide, to use bullet point, to use visual, to be as clear as possible. Also, it is important to have high quality images and icons to be quite clear. Engage with enthusiasm. It is important to speak clearly, to use confident body language, especially in face-to-face meeting, not in online meeting, and to be sure that you stay within the time limit. I recommend to practice a little bit in advance, not to in order to keep the time. So I would like to give you a short example about the healthy product for a long and healthy life. There are some products that we could develop in our institute, and I structured my presentation by addressing 5 key aspects. Why do we need this type of product? What we offer within this proposal, who we are, what we excel at, and as I mentioned before, call to action. Why do we need it? I put some figures related to this type of products, for example, for diabetes and for celiac disease, and these are statistical data in order to highlight what do we need this type of products, with some visual that could be attractive for the public. What we offer as an institute, I mentioned gluten-free and sugar-free product. We we have a technology transfer department. We are able to transfer technology from our institute to private companies. We have pilot plants, and we already develop and test different products like that. And of course, we are good in offering R&D services based on co-designing and co-developing new innovative products like gluten-free and sugar-free products. We can offer product features with multiple benefits. We can highlight all the benefits from this for consuming this type of products. Were designed for special people, like special type of consumers, and so on. I was mentioning that it's important to present yourself, who we are. We are at IBA. For us, it is important to be a landmark in the Romanian agri-food sector. We aim to be part of the international research community, and we want to be a reliable partner from the company that want to invest in R&D in the food sector. What we excel at, we are a institute which was involved in more than 100 research projects, both national and international level. We had a lot of accredited analytical method. We have researchers with a broad expertise in food science. And in our institute, we cover 4 main domains: food safety, nutrition, food biotechnologies, and consumer behavior. And Last but not the least, like a call to action, we invite you all to join us to develop healthy products without additives, and the products that are fully characterized in our research laboratory, and of course our product are adapted to the market needs. So to be short, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.
Well, thank you very much, Gabriel. I enjoyed it on my side. Thank you very much for pitching your project. That was great. So thank you very much. And there is no questions for you. So I think it was actually very clear and short. And that was great. Thanks again. We will now have a last testimony from a participant to a brokerage event. So I will let the floor now to Catia Marquez from S²AQUA Collab. Good afternoon, Catia. So I'm giving you the floor. Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you, Simon. So first of all, good afternoon to you all, and I would like to thank the opportunity, especially to CARE4BIO and Simon, as well as to Maria Joao, our national contact point, for the opportunity to be here today sharing our expertise at S²AQUA Collab with some tricks and tips on the preparation for the participation on these brokerage events. So with the presentations first, my name is Catia Marques, and I'm here as the scientific coordinator of S²AQUA Collab. And although she's not present here, I would also like to mention the important contribution of my colleague Priscila GOELA, which work as a project manager pre-award, and that in this context of proposal preparation is of great value. So I really would like to thank her contribution. So the idea here today would be to share with you our perspective on as previous participants on brokerage events. So first of all, and to give you a little bit of context, I would like to introduce you to S²AQUA Collab, which is a collaborative laboratory constituted as a non-private association, which main objective is to bridge the research that it's done in academic institutions and research centers and transform into innovations that can be put at the service of the needs of the industry, and in our case, the industry of aquaculture. So we have right now 17 associate members, and among them there are a state laboratory, several academic institutions, research centers, and the majority of our members are part of the aquaculture industry. So to show you the team and the diversity of the experience, I'll be very quick on this slide. We are right now 33 highly qualified human resources divided in several areas, which include financial, administrative, technical, communication, and the scientific. And I'll go a little bit more in detail on the scientific and technical areas, but this is more or less to let you know that all the team members in the team are of extreme importance on the preparation of a proposal. So our research focus are in areas that includes aquaculture production optimization, and when I talk about this, I'm including fish, bivalves and algae, biochemistry, genomics and molecular biology, cellular biology, modeling, reproduction, technical capacitation, and among others. So our team has a very extensive experience in research, development, and innovation projects that are focused on the development of sustainable aquaculture. So we collaborate with industry partners, policymakers, research, and as I told you before, the main goal is to bridge the gap between science and market applications. So moving now to the context or to what brought us here today, and it's the sharing of our expertise on this international brokerage event. We have participated already online on several events that includes, for instance, the participation in the previous calls of Horizon Europe Cluster 6 brokerage event that were held online, or for instance, the Sustainable Blue Economy Partnership, which actually led us to the successful approval of one proposal on the previous edition and to other proposals on last year's editions, projects that are now about to start. But also we have participated in person on last year's edition of the brokerage event that was held in Brussels. And also more recently, we have participated in a similar event that was held on Düsseldorf past March. So our strategy to prepare for these events passed through the definition of an internal strategy of collecting our expertise, our available resources, and the applications focus. So we prioritize our main interests, and this includes a selection of a maximum of 2 to 3 topics, depending if you want to participate as a coordinator or as a project partners. Define a clear structure for your proposal if you want to coordinate, or a clear and concise contribution for the topic if you want to join as a partner to an existing or to a forming consortium. Then what we do is to publicize our project ideas and our contributions, depending on the case, in the brokerage platform, which is available, and also look for potential partners in the list of participants of these platforms. And finally, use the event to look and to discuss with the partners that we are interested and that are potential collaborators for your selected topics. So what we normally do in these events, whenever possible, we always apply for these flash presentations, which has the name indicates as a very limited time slot. So you should keep your time. And to do that, we should synthesize our ideas and the information you want to share. Again, ideally, present no more than 2 or 3 interesting topics, and these will also depends, as I said before, if you want to coordinate or join as a partner, and have a clear structure for your presentation where you clearly identify the partners that you are looking for, in the case you want to coordinate the proposal, or focus on your most specialized areas and expertise contributions for the topic you want to address. Also, something that may work is to in a very brief way, try to give some examples of previous projects and specific roles where you have participated. And some general tips include the preparation of your visual details on your presentation. So you have a very limited time slot. So you want to have a positive impact, and you want to have the participants to remember your presentation. Also, something that would help you is to speak clearly. So practice your speech, particularly if you are a non-native English speaker. And again, you want to have a positive impact on the audience. So where there could be your potential partners. So on the one-to-one meetings, some tips include doing your homework, as the colleagues said previously as well, and prepare your meetings ahead. Take with you and distribute appealing materials that allow people to easily remember the conversation you had and relate you to your expertise area. Remember that there is a lot of people inside the room, so you want to have a clear, concise, and memorable presentation. If possible, take more than one team member to maximize the opportunities of informal conversations, but also the pre-scheduled one-to-one meetings. And find an easy way to share your contacts, be original. Try to avoid the paper cards and use QR codes instead, or these as you have on the lower right corner picture, an NFC card where you can share your contact details and take notes and register important details that help you to remember the conversations that you've had. So you can easily follow up on those after the event. So last but not least, some tips for the after party, which means after the brokerage event. So you should follow up on your interesting contacts as soon as possible. Use personalized emails and try to avoid those general emails. Do virtual meetings if you find them necessary, and share the contacts that you've made with the rest of the team, so you can also have here another opportunity to maximize the impact and the opportunities for collaboration. And most importantly, I would say that you should enjoy and make the most of this valuable opportunity to find partners and to collaborate. So thank you very much for your attention, and I'll be very happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you very much, Catia, for this presentation. Well, actually, we don't have any questions for you, but people are like presenting themselves, so they are using the chat as a brokerage event, so they are networking, which I think is great. Yeah, I think that's all right, of course. Yeah. So, but no questions for you. It means that it was very clear. So, thanks again, Catia, for your presentation and your time. That was great. So if we don't have any questions, I think we can conclude. I think that you now have all the keys for doing the best flash presentations and benefit from your participation in Cluster 6 brokerage event. So I hope that we will see you in Warsaw on May 27th for our CARE4BIO networking and brokerage event. Please also, that was said several times, but please stay in touch with your national contact points in your countries, because they really can help you identifying the right topics to be well prepared to the brokerage event. Another advice from my side, don't forget to have a look at our CARE4BIO website, where again you will find all the materials that was presented today. So the presentations from that you saw today will be available on our website, and you will also have information when the work program will be officially published. So we stay in touch. Thank you again for attending this event. Thank you also to our speakers again, and from my colleagues from Maria and Giorgiana. So I think we can now close the meeting. So thank you very much to everyone, and have a nice afternoon. Thank you very much.